Well, as you can probably tell, I have a wireless router here. There's no Ethernet cord hooked to it, so what this is a repeater. And what I'm repeating is an open wireless network that the town I live in provides for anybody that's within range. The connection kind of sucks, the speed's not that good, but it's good enough to get what I need done, and it saves me some money, so anybody that's interested in something like that might be interested in this tutorial. So what I'm going to do is go to the computer. I'll go to the website that the original written tutorial is on, and I'll leave that link in the description. And if you guys want to follow the written instructions, you can do that. If you want to follow the video instruction, that's fine too. So anyway, let's go to the computer and we'll get her done. Alrighty, so as you can see, I'm on ddwrt.com and I'm on their wiki page, and this is where the original instructions used to be, but as you can probably tell, they're no longer available. So I won't be able to leave a link unless some of you guys want a printed copy or written instructions. I might be able to upload what I have to a place like Dropbox or something like that so you guys can print it off. But unless I get some requests for that, I'm not going to bother. So install DDWRT, come back, and we'll get started on how to actually set up this repeater. Alrighty, so now that you're done installing DDWRT onto your router, now we need to go to Setup, Basic Setup, and then scroll down until you get to Network Setup. And here where it says Local IP Address, we need to change that. I'm not going to do it because I've already gone through all these steps and I'm just showing you guys how to do it yourself. So I changed mine from 192.168.1.1 to .121, and just change it to whatever you want. So after you change this address, go down to Apply, hit Apply, and then we have to type this address in and refresh the page or hit Go or whatever, and that'll bring you back to this setup page again, but on your new IP address. So now that we've saved our changes, it's time to go to Security, go to the Security tab, and Firewall. And here where it says SPI Firewall, the instructions say to disable this. I didn't have to disable it. I've been using it perfectly fine with it enabled, so it's up to you. Try disabling it if you have to, but if you don't have to, maybe leave it enabled. And down here where it says additional filters, you do need to uncheck all of these. So mine, I think, only had one of those checked, and I'm not sure which one it was, but I unchecked them all just to be safe. So now we have to go down and click Apply again to save the settings. Alrighty, so now that we've saved our changes, we have to go to Wireless and Basic Settings, which I think it usually defaults to. It did in my case. So now on the Wireless Mode section, choose Repeater. There's a bunch of options, but we need to choose Repeater for that. The Wireless Network Mode, you can choose pretty much whatever you want, whatever's compatible with your router or your Wi-Fi card. I chose Mixed. I figured that's the best option. Now the SSID, that's whatever you're trying to repeat. So if you're trying to repeat an open Wi-Fi network, whatever the name of that network is, you put that here. I think this, yeah, that's default. That was set to default, so I don't have to change that. The network configuration needs to be set to bridged, and then we go down and click apply. Where it says virtual interfaces, I have something on mine, but until you click apply settings, I guess the virtual interface won't appear. So click apply after you change all of this stuff, and this will show up, and then we need to change some stuff here, or at least add stuff. So under virtual interfaces, we need to click add. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it, but when you click add, these settings will appear and you can change it. So now under wireless network name, SSID, we have to name it. So I named mine Percane because that's basically what I use for everything, but you name it whatever you want. This is your broadcasted network, your repeated network, so you name it whatever you can remember. And under AP isolation, click disable, and the network configuration needs to be set to bridged. And if you have the option under virtual interfaces to change your channel, set that to auto, or whatever you want to, but auto is the best option, and also what they recommend in the instructions, so that's what I'd probably set it to. Now save the changes, and on my router, like I've already said, apply settings is how I have to save the changes. Alrighty, so in the instructions there's a edited section where it says if the host AP settings, wireless basic settings, wireless network mode is set to G only, then your repeater must also be set the same way, otherwise you will not make the connection from the repeater side. So so you have to have it set in the same way in order to make it work. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. So once you've saved the changes on this page, if you want to make your router universal so that it'll connect to any open Wi-Fi network, you have to go to administration, commands, and type this command. So the command is nvram space set space wl underscore SSID equals quotation quotation, and that should make your router so that it will connect to whatever Wi-Fi is available. So once you're done typing the command, hit save startup, and that should make it so that whenever you turn on your router, it'll connect automatically to an open Wi-Fi network, whichever one's strongest. So next, if you want security on your repeated signal, go to wireless and wireless security and virtual interfaces and choose whatever security you want. I chose WAP2, personal mixed, and AES as my algorithm. And now type a password or WEP key. So under security mode, we need to disable that because we're repeating an open network with no password or any security. But if you're repeating a network that has security, you would choose whichever security method the network uses. And after that, we need to click apply settings. So according to the instructions, it says the first time you connect to the repeater wirelessly or after disconnection, you may need to perform a repair wireless network connection. For example, in Windows XP, right click on the wireless icon and select repair. So I'm not exactly sure why that is, but they say that might be a possibility. So if your internet connection doesn't work, then do a repair and hopefully that'll fix it. You just save your changes, and that's pretty much everything.